Continuing reaction tonight after a federal judge in Florida struck down the Biden administration's mask mandate for public transportation. The decision gives passengers a big break from coronavirus restrictions. Capitol Hill correspondent Erik Rosales joins us now with more. Erik?
That's correct, Tracy. Passengers getting on trains, planes, and even buses don't have to worry about wearing one of these anymore after a district federal judge ruled that the mask mandate is not only unlawful, but also that President Biden, quote, overstepped its boundaries. So the news traveled fast among airlines.
That it's official on Southwest Airlines during this whole
Within minutes of the decision, airlines across the country let passengers in on the news, allowing them to throw away their masks.
On our Delta hub, it says mask now optional for employees, customers, following White House.
White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki says the administration wasn't pleased.
This is obviously a disappointing decision. The CDC continues recommending wearing a mask in public transit.
It's not clear if the Justice Department will request an emergency order to keep mask rules in place while an appeal is underway. Just last week, the CDC extended its mask mandate on public transportation through May 3rd.
People have to understand our freedoms in this country have been under attack for a long time, and especially so in the last year with COVID restrictions.
Catholic West Virginia Congressman Alex Mooney says God gave us domain over our own personal decisions on what to wear.
For the federal government to try and force us to wear masks everywhere, I think it was a total overreach of their role.
Meanwhile, congressional Democrats want $10 trillion more in COVID aid to develop new vaccines and other prevention measures.
If COVID comes upon us again, another variant, and we are not prepared, and it takes 2-3 months to get going, and by then the new variant has its tentacles deep in our society, woe is us.
But Republicans argue that there's still millions of dollars in unspent funds from the first COVID relief bill, and with inflation the way it is, spending more money is not the answer. Tracy?
Well, Erik, I understand that there's a new development regarding Philadelphia after it became the first major U.S. city to reinstate indoor mask mandates. What more can you tell us about that?
Well, I tell you what, the city of brotherly love is not being so brotherly and loving, that is, with mask mandates. Even though the CDC data shows that Philadelphia is still showing very low COVID rates coming out of that city, city officials have decided to go ahead and install the mask mandates. But a group of local business owners and even citizens, private citizens, have decided to file a lawsuit, and we'll continue to follow that story. Tracy?
All right. Thank you so much. Correspondent Erik Rosales reporting from Capitol Hill. Thank you again, Erik.